Death isn't what you think it is. I just learned the truth. I realize now, we have a misconception of death. Some imagine that it creeps up on you, eager for the chance to pounce. Others imagine a cloaked figure following, waiting in the shadows for your time to come. This could not be further from the truth. Let me explain. I didn't realize at the time, but the first signs started when my daughter was almost a year old. It would brighten my day when she would stare into my eyes and smile. Well, when I let my brother Jake hold her, something was off. She would look at him and make a little yelp. She'd then stare straight past him and smile. We all thought it was cute. A week later, my brother passed away in a car accident. To be honest, I didn't connect the two incidents together. When she turned 6, we started to notice the strange behavior. My mother came over to visit for the holidays. My daughter Rose ran to the door and jumped into her arms, excited to see her. "Granny, I missed you. Who's that?" She was looking through the doorway. I peered out the door, seeing nobody was there. "Silly girl, go show Granny to her room." But the next morning she was at it again. As we sat down for breakfast, Rose asked her, "Granny, who are they?" We all paused briefly. It was only the 4 of us. Rose, her mom, her grandma, and me. I stared at her in confusion, but we all let it slide. We started our pre-Christmas family tradition of watching old family videos. The first video started with my dad and my grandpa playing with me as a toddler. Rose looked at the screen and developed a huge smile. "I get it, that's Grandpa and Great-Grandpa?" We all nodded. I told her, "Yes, Princess, they both loved you very much." Then she asked, "Why are you guys ignoring them?" We were puzzled and even a little upset. But we let it slide. Who knows what she means, just indulge her 6-year-old mind. That is, until she asked, "When did Jake get here?" I pulled her aside and told her, "Princess, these kinds of comments can really upset people. We call that insensitive." She frowned. "I'm sorry, Daddy, I was just happy he's here with Granny." The next morning we all sat down for breakfast. When my mom wasn't out of bed yet, we sent Rose in to wake her up. She returned and calmly told us she left with Grandpa, Great-Grandpa, and Jake. I was pissed, to say the least. It's insensitive to speak about 3 close deceased family members like that. I walked into the room and found her cold in the bed. It was terrible. But I couldn't help but notice she was smiling. Several years passed without incident until Rose was 14. When she told us that Granny was here. "She's right there, with Mom." We both looked around. There was nobody else here. We had chalked the previous incident up to a strange coincidence, but were immediately uncomfortable. The next morning she asked me to talk in private. "Dad, Grandpa and Jake are following Mom around today." "What's going on? What are you talking about?" "They're dead, Rose. They can't be following her around." "But I see them. They're all very happy. They keep smiling at her." When we left the room, Grandpa had just hugged her. "But you guys all keep ignoring them." I was obviously terrified at this point. We had a similar experience nearly a decade ago. Because of my concern, my wife agreed to take the day off work. I don't know if it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, or if it is just impossible to change your fate. But that day our home was robbed. Typically our home was empty from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. But my wife was home. When the burglars were startled by her presence, they shot her twice in the abdomen. She didn't survive. Despite the terrible death she suffered, I was told by the officer in charge of the investigation that first responders found her still smiling. Regardless, I went into a downward spiral of depression. For years I couldn't sleep without a crap ton of booze. I figured I didn't have much time left. I'd probably drink myself to death. But nothing could prepare me for what happened next. Rose told me one morning that Mom was here. I figured I knew the drill by then. It wasn't surprising when the next day she told me, "Grandpa, Grandma, and Jake are here too." I began sobbing. I knew my drinking would take its toll on me soon enough. I hadn't even cared either. But now that my time was coming, I was terrified. Rose sat me down and gave me a kiss on the cheek. "Dad, it's okay. When your time is near, your closest loved ones come. They spend your final days with you to comfort you. That way you're never alone. When the time comes, they are there to welcome you. It's actually a beautiful thing." I felt encouraged. "Thank you, Princess. That means a lot to me. I think I'm ready. I can't wait to see Mom again." "Actually, Dad, they aren't here for you. They're actually here to welcome me."